Alright, Castle fans, we just got the best price set of this year. The Viking Village just got dropped. Very excited about this set. The set is absolutely stunning. Absolutely loving what LEGO did with this set. But for those who don't know the history behind it, let's quickly jump back so you guys can just understand why the set is sort of as significant as it is. So back in 2005, we got a sub-theme of Castle called Vikings. Now this is based off of Viking warriors and myths. And there are 7 sets in the total run, and this was a very well taken theme. People really loved this theme, especially nowadays. I feel like a lot of people who grew up around it really enjoyed it because it was sort of different from your normal castle themes. Now, more recently in 2022, we got the 3-in-1 Viking ship, and a lot of people were excited about this set again because it, again, was bringing back the Viking theme, and a lot of people love just medieval stuff or people with swords running around, and the Vikings kind of worked as a good barbarian group to fight whatever your knights or other factions would be. So this set is a LEGO Ideas set, but not your normal LEGO Ideas set. So the original design was made by a guy called Brickhammer. You can find him on Instagram. Really great guy. Really put a lot of love and work into this set. So originally he put this set up on LEGO Ideas, and it did get the 10,000 votes, I'm pretty sure twice. But it wasn't picked for the Ideas project. So back in May of 2022, we actually got a vote. So we could vote between this, there was a marine life set, and a mini golf set. So you could choose either of those sets to become the next Target exclusive Ideas set. So Target teamed up with Ideas to make this set happen, basically. And as you can tell, the Viking set won the vote, which I'm very happy about because the final product we got is just absolutely amazing. So the set does go for $130 and is 2,103 pieces. And honestly, this is a better deal than the 3-in-1 Viking ship we got last year. I mean, one, the set looks, in my opinion, a lot better. I did buy and build the 3-in-1 Viking ship, and it was good, but it wasn't the best set ever. It was definitely a creator set. But if you look at the price to piece difference, it is crazy how different it is. So the Viking Village has about 900 more pieces than the 3-in-1 ship and is $10 more. That to me is just amazing. Like, I was expecting this set to be about a $200 set when I saw the piece count, or even more. And LEGO has been doing these more expensive sets lately, especially for something that's medieval or fantasy based or a throwback to an original theme. Because I mean, look at what we've got. It's either been a GWP behind a high price point or a set more than a couple $100. And so it's kind of nice to see this cheaper set, but you still get that quality of a more expensive set and have a lot of pieces to it still. Now this set does come out October 1st, but I'm going to recommend you don't buy it day one. So if you've been following me for a bit, you know that I've been talking about the Magisto GWP. That's been a rumor that's been going around for a bit, and that's supposed to be middle of November. So honestly, I would wait just a month to buy the Viking Village to hopefully get closer to getting that price point for that set, because then you kind of get something that goes with it. I definitely think this set is worth picking up. No matter if there's double points going on or a good GWP, I think the set is solid enough that, and the price is so good, no matter what's going on, I think it's worth picking it up. But I will say, I think it's worth waiting a month. I'm definitely going to do that, even though I usually like buying these sets so I can stream and build it for you guys and talk about the sets early to let you guys know whether or not you should be able to get it. Now, one thing that makes this even better deal is that every piece in this is printed. You don't have to deal with stickers. All those amazing looking parts in there, printed, and will hopefully be something we see on Bricks and Pieces. Now, before we get into the set, I want to talk about the minifigures, because the minifigures I'm absolutely in love with. Now, I know a lot of people have been complaining, oh, there's horns on it, blah, blah, blah. I don't honestly care about the horns on the figures. To me, yes, it's not historically accurate, but the Vikings theme wasn't historically accurate either. You know, it had dragons and sea serpents and some crazy contraptions. And I do think this set is connected to that theme. And there are some things that kind of make me think that, but I'll talk about that in a second. But this thing, it's sort of fantasy, so it's okay if they throw some horns on it. It's kind of like the fantasy era of Castle. That's not a historically accurate theme, but it's kind of taken some myths and legends of Vikings and kind of adding it in. I can understand it would have been nice to have that historical Viking helmet that we already have to be a part of the set. for every figure. But we do happen to get that helmet in the set, and Brickhammer, I did ask him and he said that was something he pushed for because he wanted that historical accurate helmet in the set. And I'm really happy he did, because we have gotten it in the Doctor Strange set, but we haven't really gotten it in a Viking set like this, or a more medieval set. Because I mean, we did get it with the CMF Viking, but again, not in one of these sets. So really happy to see that here, especially the color they have it in looks fantastic. I am here for it all day long. I do wish we had gotten more of those too, but I am okay with the horns. And I do think, honestly, I'm kind of digging the look. I do love how they used the cow horns for one of them. It just gives it a different look, gives them a little more character, a little more personality. Now the figures themselves, two of the torsos we have seen before in the 3-in-1 Viking set. I'm okay with that. I think that's fine. Those torsos were absolutely fantastic. If you don't know, you can get all those torsos that were in the 3-in-1 Viking set up on Bricks and Pieces. So if you do want an army build, I highly recommend doing that and not buying a ton of 3-in-1 ships or tons of these sets. I mean, I do recommend buying more of these sets, but I'll get to that in a second. So yeah, really happy to see those torsos back. We also got leg printings for all of them, and those leg printings look fantastic. So very happy with that. And compared to what the figures that we got with 3-in-1 Viking ship, this is definitely a step up. I would have loved to see the one part though, that's the hair connected to like the wings for the one woman we got in 3-in-1 Viking ship appear again in this set. But again, I'm okay with that not happening. The blacksmith, that torso is definitely new, and it's really nice to get that Viking blacksmith look. But I know you can use that part for tons of different Vikings, so definitely worth getting a bunch of. Also fun to see that one of the figures got some like shoulder armor that really goes well with that torso that he's wearing, and that is supposed to be the chieftain, so it's kind of cool that he gets a little more armor to him. Also, one big deal that I love is we get 5 shields in the set. So we get one unprinted one, and then 2 printed blue and 2 printed yellow. Absolutely love those. Those look great. And I definitely hope that those goes on Bricks and Pieces, because that will be a treasured piece that many people will be army building. If you look at the hammer, there's a couple printed runes on it. And I'm pretty sure, and I have asked Brickhammer this, the printed runes stand for BH, which is for a brick hammer, and I absolutely love that. Now, a lot of LEGO Idea sets do have the original designer. They have some wink or nod to them in the set, and I think this is absolutely perfect, having the hammer the blacksmith uses be labeled brick hammer. It's perfect, and it's a great way, and I'm definitely really excited to get that printed hammer. And because of the significance behind it, and because it's really cool to see members of our community, especially in the castle community, kind of appear in a set like that, and that's just super cool. Also, figure on the far right, love the face printing. That little like warrior, kind of like it's got some warrior paint on him or something. Love that, looks great. I am here for these figures. These figures are amazing bonus to the set. So let's get into looking at that set. First off, I don't usually notice this type of thing, but the part usage is amazing in this set. I absolutely love that, how you see like a couple of armor shoulder pieces kind of being used for the roof on the chieftain's hut. And there's just some other really cool building techniques they used in the set for the rock work. And it just really brings the set to life. Now, this definitely is one of the few LEGO Idea sets I've seen where, honestly, the final design is better than the original, and I think they did such a fantastic job with it. And they didn't change it up too much. And I'm not like giving Brickhammer any crap. When I talked to him, at least, he was very happy with how the final design came out. And like, usually they change up the design a lot, but I think all the improvements they made were great improvements that helped it become an even better set. So I'm just very happy with this final product. So you do get 3 different buildings with this set. You get the blacksmith on the far left there with a little forge. You also get the chieftain's hut in the middle, which I really love that they made it bigger than the original design in the LEGO Ideas set, because you can fit more figures in there and you can have them having a little cookout, which is just honestly awesome. And then you get the watchtower on the far right there, which has the stairs going up to the watchtower, and then there's a ladder inside the watchtower to get to the bridge to get that far right little tower to kind of watch for sea raiders. I honestly love that every building in this set you can get to by some staircase or other, and I just absolutely love that detail. Now, one awesome detail is that underneath the watchtower there is a little mine, so they didn't waste that rock space, which I really love. Is, if you have this extra space like that, put a little underground thing. We saw that, a lot with the 90th anniversary castle and El Dorado Fortress. So I'm loving that they're doing that more, that like when they build up a tower or something, they find ways to use that space that in the past may have just been, bunch of bricks in there and you covered up the outside of it. Something I love is that you can actually break the 3 sets apart into their own little separate islands, which if you got multiple of these, you could change it up and build extra parts that connect to this to build out your little seaport here, which I just love that. Like, the fact that you can do that makes the display ability options better and just gives you a lot more play options too if you wanted to play with this set. And also adds that creative element again. So it's like, hey, buy more of these or even build your own connection parts. And I felt the same way with El Dorado Fortress. And so that's just really cool. Something I love is that they have these little details that just really bring out personality to the build. So you got like the fish hanging up, you got the little barrel there of mead or whatever other drink. And then like you got like the smoke coming up, which is like they use an old Friends railing piece, I'm pretty sure it is, or elves. But still, it just adds these little details that really bring this village to life. So when it's sitting on your shelf, it's just going to have more personality to it. And especially when you fill it up with a few more figures, this thing is going to look fantastic as a display set. So I think whether you're playing with it or displaying it, it's going to look great. And on top of that, these buildings actually are the perfect size for the 90th anniversary castle. I think it's a better size than the blacksmith. So even if you wanted to pull the buildings off that curved plate, make your own thing with it, I think they would be perfect for that and perfect for many other medieval setups that people are going to want to do. And I will say, when you look at the back of the set too, no matter which way you look at it, it looks absolutely fantastic. So honestly, very happy with that. Now, quickly, there are some Easter eggs that I do want to talk about in this set, and this is really exciting stuff to me. This is the stuff I like to look at. I like to try to find in these sets. So there are these 1x4 tiles throughout the set, and you get a bunch of them, and they're all printed, as I said, printed, which is great. But they're actually a throwback to 7020 and 7021, which were the last 2 Viking sets for the Viking theme. Now, if you look at the barrels that are underneath the mead barrel, there's these awesome prints that are actually a throwback to the original Viking ship. That symbol is on the sail of it. So that to me is like, hey, there's that connection point between this set and the original Vikings theme. So we're going to say that this set is a part of that theme. Now, speaking of the Viking ship, if you go over to this rune stone on the far left, that is what it's supposed to be. I did ask Brickhammer for those who are wondering. It's not a tombstone, it is a rune stone. There is a print there that is that symbol again, and then it shows a Viking ship, and I'm guessing that is also a throwback to that Viking ship set. So again, it's just awesome to see these little Easter eggs back to that original theme. They could have made the set without them. Those weren't needed in it. But for the people who do enjoy that kind of thing, they are there, and it's just awesome to see that. So I can't honestly wait to get inside the instruction booklet of that set, because there might be even some more cool details in it. So overall, I think this set is worth buying. And I'm going to keep saying that, and until I build it, I won't know any differently. I don't think that this isn't a set that I look at that's like, after I build it, I might not say that. I honestly think if you are a fan of Vikings, medieval, fantasy stuff, Lord of the Rings, whatever it is, I think this set is perfect for you. I think it's a perfect price point. It's definitely on the cheaper end, and I'm really excited about that. I think LEGO has been needing to do some sets on the cheaper end for this area, because they haven't really done many of them, and especially high quality sets at the cheaper end. This was about $20 cheaper than the Blacksmith when it first came out, and honestly, I might like this set more than the Blacksmith, but maybe that's just because of what I like. But again, that's still a fantastic set, but still we're getting cheaper, and that's nice to see. We didn't get a more expensive set. It's very easily, they could have blown up each of these buildings, added in a bunch of them, and we could have had another, $300 to $400 set. But no, LEGO actually went the cheaper route with that, and I'm just so thankful and excited about that. Okay, just saying though, October 1st, we should all show up to the LEGO store full Viking garb. Like, screw showing up to Barbie movie or Oppenheimer and those outfits. No, we're gonna show up October 1st, full Viking garb. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Is this set worth picking up? Is this gonna be a day one, or do you think it's worth waiting for the Magisto GWP? And hey, if you enjoy medieval fantasy or original LEGO themes, hit that subscribe button, and if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. And hey, October 1st, that's Viking Day.